That's it then. All correct. Right. I spot the glue on that to be right and right. I'd do it for you myself with pleasure, but I've got to get off to the hospital. You come off very lightly, if I may say so. I mean, most of your stuff was damaged already and the rest was very fragile. I and my colleagues, Fred and Ginger, would like to thank you for the hot water for our tea bags. And we hope you'll enjoy a long and happy retirement.
Oh, my husband's not retiring. He's going to commute.
Oh, yes, well, yes, we'll be off.
He's expecting you to.
I know damn well he is.
What you going to?
Certainly not. After all the damage they've done. It's been worse than a blitz. We didn't have a whip round for the Luftwaffe, did we?
Never mind. We're here. So clean and quiet.
So paid for, that's what I like.
I feel quite...
That's how I feel about the damage they've done. You didn't tell them I was in insurance, did you? Good. I'm going to make a note of every item they've damaged. There'll be no problem. I've got a friend at the office who owes me a favor.
Cup of tea.
Good idea.
First in our new home.
You're not waiting for me to carry you over the threshold, are you?
No. You only just managed that 30 years ago. I don't think you better try again. I was just going to say, good luck to us.
Yeah, dear. Right, you make the tea, and I'll put the car away.
Then we can get things straight.
Well, I think just the bedroom will be enough for today.
I thought the sitting room, in case we get any visitors.
We won't answer the door.
Oh, right, then the bedroom. I expect you're tired.
I'm not too tired.
Oh, Gerald. Must be the country air.
Ruby Pugh. Welcome to Penn's
Oh,
Corner.
thank you very much. I'm Alice Bodley.
Yes, I know, because I had a handsome young caller yesterday.
Caller?
A young man. Your big son.
Tony?
Geoffrey.
Geoffrey?
He hoped to find you here. Oh, he was so disappointed.
Oh, dear. Now it's too late. He flew to Abu Dhabi this morning.
Yes, I know.
Do you know what they've done? Those buggers you wanted to tip?
Gerald!
I'm sorry.
Would you come in? We've a visitor.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
This is Mrs. Pugh, our new neighbour.
How do you do?
Do call me Ruby. I'm just over the hill.
Ruby called in to welcome us.
Very nice.
Welcome. Have you had a hairy time moving in?
The men left a neat pile of breakages just outside the back door. Look at this. And this. One leg was in the driveway.
Where was the other?
Croydon, probably. And look at this. Now, that was a cuckoo clock. Look at it now. It's a complete write-off.
Never mind. We never liked it much.
Yeah, but think of the cost of replacing it.
I don't think I want to replace it.
You're missing the point. The cost of replacing it.
Oh, of course.
I don't know who you're insured with, but we always find it's like getting blood out of a stone.
We're with the Scottish and Victoria. I don't anticipate any difficulty.
Gerald works for them.
Ah, strings within strings.
Yeah, Geoffrey was here yesterday.
What did he want?
He wanted to leave his fish because of going away. In fact, he did leave them.
Where?
In our living room. Quite a business it was, filling the tank.
You shouldn't have allowed it.
Well, we didn't want to be unneighbourly, did we? We wouldn't mind, but it's plugged in where we have the telly. The room's a funny shape, you see. It used to be 2 cottages.
Plugged in?
Yes. The water has to be kept at exactly the right temperature.
I apologise. You shouldn't have allowed Geoffrey to impose on your good nature.
he thought you'd be here. And anyway, he's a good-looking boy.
Well, that's nothing to do with it.
It always counts with me. Oh, he left you this note.
Oh, thank you. Well, we must go over and get it straight away.
Oh, you couldn't lift it. It weighs a ton.
Phone Jeffrey. Tell him to take it away.
It's in Abu Dhabi.
Reverse the charges.
He said the fish would be company for you.
If I wanted that kind of company, I'd throw myself in the river.
I suppose I shouldn't say this, but your husband's a bit of a card, isn't he?
Well, he's been seeing quite a lot of the children lately, and he's been looking forward to getting away.
They were fine till they were about 7, and then the rot set in.
Yes. Well, I must get my husband's tea. If there's anything you need, don't hesitate.
No, we won't. Thank you very much.
We'll see the aquarium is removed first thing in the morning.
No, don't worry. I'll see you again.
Right.
Now.
Bye. It's very comforting having a good neighbour.
I didn't say anything there.
What did Geoffrey say?
Oh, what do you think? I'm sending you a sack full of Kruger rands from Abu Dhabi. Please buy yourself something you could not otherwise afford. Thank you for all you've done for me down the years. Your loving son, Geoffrey.
How does it say that?
Well, it doesn't. It's just instructions about his damn fish.
Gerald.
Come on, make the tea. And then let's get cracking in the bedroom.
It's worse over here than it was over there.
Doesn't matter, though, does it?
What, squeaking?
Yes.
Well, if we can avoid it...
But there's nobody to hear, is there? We can make as much noise as we like. First time in 29 years we don't have to worry about anyone in the next room.
Going to miss them.
Oh, so am I. It's been a wonderful experience. Fulfilling, rewarding. I really enjoyed having them. And now I'm going to enjoy not having them. Don't worry, the fringe benefits will more than compensate.
What fringe benefits?
Well, just you and me and no one to worry about in the next room.
It ought to be possible to avoid that squeaking.
Hopeless. I tried in Laidlaw Terrace.
Very hard.
I did everything I knew.
Do you think I enjoyed living like a monk just because you were so afraid of the kids hearing?
Kids haven't been with us for over a month. Not since Jean got married.
Well, you were all tense and worried about moving house.
It wasn't what I was worried about.
What do you mean?
Thought you'd lost interest.
I didn't realize.
You often don't.
Well, I'm sorry. I'll make up for it.
But all at once?
No, of course not. The great thing about this place is we've got plenty of time.
And peace and quiet.
After all, what do a few creaks matter? Another year or two, we shall be creaking ourselves.
Perhaps in a couple of years we could get a waterbed.
I love you. Now, leave that to me.
I'll say I'll put you to bed. You're overtired. Stay where you are.
Mr. Bodley,
Yes?
sign here, please.
What for?
Liberty Jill.
Is that you? Sponsored walk?
The boat.
What boat?
That.
What's that doing there?
I've just delivered it.
Who to?
You.
I haven't ordered a boat. I don't sail.
It's not sail, it's a motor cruiser.
I don't do that either.
You are Gerald Bodley?
Yes?
Oh, well, there you are then. Instructions from Mr. Geoffrey Bodley.
Geoffrey?
Geoffrey?
Good afternoon,
Good
madam.
afternoon. What's all this about Geoffrey?
Look what he's sent us.
We're not on the river.
Oh, sign here, please.
Yeah.
Gerald, if it's Geoffrey's boat, you must sign for it.
Please.
I don't want it.
Gerald, it's Geoffrey's.
Well said, lady.
Gerald.
May I say, God bless all who sail in her.
Geoffrey's just making a convenience of us.
Well, you could hardly expect him to take it with him to the middle of the desert.
Well, it was a problem, naturally, but he solved it by shoving it onto us. Wait a minute! Hold on! Stop! Look where she's left it.
What's the matter?
Right in front of the gallows.
Too big, she never got it in.
I can't get the car out. We shouldn't have had kids at all.
Gerald,
We should have had a dog or budgerigars.
I thought that.
You'd what?
Never have married you.
You mean if we were starting out now, you wouldn't marry me?
What did you talk like that?
I wouldn't have to. You'd be on the pill. What's wrong?
Nothing. Do you know what's wrong?
I wonder how many times we've had this conversation. I say, what's wrong? You say, I think you know what's wrong.
Always hoping you'll have enough sense to know.
Well, if I knew and admitted I knew, I should be putting myself in the wrong, shouldn't I?
You in the wrong? Oh, the mind boggles.
Now you're being sarcastic. What is up, Alice?
I don't like the way you go on about the children.
How can I help it? Before we'd even sat down to our first cup of tea, we were lumbered with a cabin cruiser and a travelling fish farm.
Geoffrey had to leave them somewhere.
Well, I'm not standing for it any longer. That phase in our life is over. No more babysitting, no more providing free board and lodgings. And I'll tell you another thing. I've never been mean about toilet paper, have I?
I said you had.
There's always been a few spare rolls in the bathroom, hasn't there?
I don't like running out.
So what happens when somebody finishes a roll and the cardboard tube is left bare? What happens then?
They take down another one and use that.
Right, and what happens after that?
I don't know what you mean, Gerald.
I'll tell you what I mean. Never once has Jean or Sue or Tony or Geoffrey or one of their friends even, never once has one of them put the new roll onto the holder. They just take what they want and put the roll on the edge of the bath. When I was a boy, we didn't even have toilet paper. My mother used to cut up newspapers into little squares. I can see her
Gerald.
now. What?
Why are you telling me all this about the toilet paper?
Well, that's just one of the things that I shan't have to put up with any longer.
Well, I don't care what you say. I don't think the children are half as bad as you make out.
You're right, they're worse. I knocked a full roll into the water once, ruined it. Is that the bell?
Hello, Dad.
Tony!
I thought you might be in bed.
We're just going up, as a matter of fact.
Tony! Darling, what a surprise!
Hello, Bob.
Oh, my gosh, you're soaking.
Yes, I know. Anything to eat? I'm starving.
Yes, look, take your coat off, have a drink. I won't be a minute.
Right. Oh.
Well, Tony, it's good of you to drop in, but your mother and I have had a tiring day. I'm sure you'll understand if we ask you to be on your way.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere, Dad. I've come home.
Your home is in Croydon.
Not anymore. Highland Malt.
Never mind that. Why are you here? What's up with Sandra?
I can't talk about that, Dad. Private matter.
Well, this is a private house, so hasn't that occurred to you?
I don't want any lectures, Dad. I can manage my own life. Just respect my privacy and don't cross-question me. What's that boat outside for?
There's nowhere else to put it.
Yeah, but what's it for?
It's not for anything, it's Geoffrey's.
Is he here?
No, he's in the Middle East.
It's only bread and cheese, I'm afraid, but...
Oh, never mind, it'll do.
No pickle? Well, no, I haven't got any, you see. We've only
Oh,
just...
all right, I'll manage. Well, nice place you got here. Quaint. Where's the spare room?
Why?
Well, I thought I'd take this up with me.
There's only one bed, and that's your mother's and mine.
Well, I'll manage somehow. Could you bring me some spare blankets, Bob?
Yes. It's the small room at the back.
Great. See you.
I'm not standing for this. I'm going to tell him he's got to go. Tony?
This is a bit dry without any pickle. I'll take this up if you don't mind. Night, Dad. Night, Mum.
Right, darling.
Can you bring my case up, Dad?
Sun's shining anyway.
Tony? Tony!
Can you hold on?
It's not a good start to the day.
Oh, it's going to be a wonderful day. It's our first day in our new home.
Any chance of bacon eggs, Mum?
Don't you dare.
Gerald, the lad's hungry.
Make him a few sandwiches for the journey.
What journey?
The one I hope he'll be going on to Croydon.
Look here, Dad.
Now, you look here. Tony, come in. Come in. You see this chair?
Yeah?
Just sit down a second. Here.
What was all that about?
He wanted to use the bathroom.
Why didn't he say?
I think he was in a hurry. Here, come here. Now, you're going to phone Sandra?
What for?
I expect she'll be worried.
This bed squeaks. Kept me awake.
Well, your father was restless. Huh? Look, it's no wonder you coming here last night, just as we were going to bed.
Well, I'd been here in time for dinner if Sandra hadn't hidden the keys of the car. Stupid cow.
Yeah, that's no way to speak of your wife. She's under a great strain with 2 small children and a job.
Well, that's what she got married for, isn't it? Children, a home. Trouble is, they've taken over.
Tony.
How about breakfast?
Oh, you.
There's a train at 11:10.
Look, I'm not going back. I'm staying here for a bit.
No.
But you're my parents. You can't just throw me out into the street.
You've got to be at work in the morning anyway. And it's very difficult getting to the city from here if you don't leave the night before.
Could go with you, Gerald.
I'm taking 3 days off to settle in.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm not going in anyway.
Not going in? Hmm? Have you got permission?
Oh, leave me alone, Dad. I can cope.
You got that job through my influence, remember? You haven't been up to anything, have you?
Of course he hasn't, Gerald. You're upset about Sandra, aren't you, dear?
Is that all the toast there is?
Get some more.
Now, I don't know what the problem is between you and Sandra.
And I'm not going to tell you.
No. But whatever it is, you must go straight back. Give her what she wants.
Oh, excuse me.
Am I boring you?
I'm tired, Dad. Your floorboards kept me awake. We'll have to fix them if I'm going to stay here tonight. But you'll have to get me a mattress from somewhere. And we need some more hot water.
I'm not having him here. He's got to go.
Oh, a couple of nights won't hurt.
Tell him there's no room. It's just a matter of being firm.
Right, you tell him.
Well, I'm afraid I might lose my temper.
He and Sandra are just having a bit of trouble. They're only young.
I warned him against marrying a career woman.
Perhaps they need the money.
Nonsense. He's got a good job. He can afford to keep her just as well as I keep
But
you.
I don't think Sandra wants to be kept.
Why not?
She likes to have her own money. She doesn't want to account for every penny she spends. And I can understand that.
You mean you have to account?
Well, of course I do.
I've never been mean with you.
No, but I have to account, don't I?
I bought you everything you've ever wanted. Washing machine, dishwasher...
Dishwasher?
Blender,
Where?
blender,
Where's
this,
the
all this
dishwasher? I'm
stuff.
the
Whatever
dishwasher.
that bloody stuff is, I don't know. Anyhow, I bought it. And now we've moved into this place, so you don't have to work so hard. You don't have to look after the kids anymore.
No, so I'll have more time to look after you.
What are you getting at?
You two having a row?
Your mother has something she wants to say to you.
What is it?
Here's your toast.
Where's the hot water?
This needs hot water.
It's in the kitchen.
Hot water, toast. Nothing like a happy home, is there? Cute.
Only cowardly husbands run away, Tony.
You haven't run away, have you?
I certainly haven't.
What you hoping for, the Victoria Cross?
I'm just trying to get it over to him that he'll achieve nothing by running away from Sandra.
I'm not running away from her.
Then why are you here?
She threw me out.
Why?
Metaphorically.
Well, she only meant it metaphorically. Women never mean what they say to mean what they say.
Tony, if things are really bad, there's always room for you here.
There you are, you see. She doesn't mean that. There isn't room.
Oh, yes, there is.
No, there isn't. I'm not having any son of mine thrown out by his career-mad wife. You must go back there, take your courage in both hands, and fight.
You make marriage sound like a war.
Well, it is in a way, and Tony has retreated in disorder. Get back into the front line.
Look, I'm not playing games. I've left her.
Why?
She doesn't agree with my principles.
Principles?
Hello? It's me!
It's Ruby Pugh.
Or should I say, ahoy there. Lovely boat. Hello.
Ruby, this is Tony, our second son.
Hello.
Goodness, I do believe he's even more handsome than his brother.
How do you do?
Sit down, dear. I'm afraid I've got some rather bad news.
It's one of those days.
He was as frisky as anything when we went to bed last night, but when we came down this morning, he was floating on top.
Oh, dear.
Put us off our breakfast. My husband couldn't eat his kipper.
Well, I don't think we need keep this for Geoffrey, dear. And, Tony, you'd better go and help Mrs. Pugh move the aquarium, unless it's against your principles.
I'll go and empty it now while you finish your breakfast. Then you can help me carry it back.
I'll show you the way, if you can trust me.
Of course I can. I think.
I suppose she is round the
Tony.
twist. You'd better phone Sandra, find out what's going on. I don't like the way Tony's behaving. He's never had principles before.
He had principles. That's why he married her.
She egged him on, young fool.
Mum! Dad! Oh, this is it. Guess what she's done now? I wouldn't go back now if she came crawling on all fours.
Where did he get these from?
Sandra's come to take him back.
You don't bring suitcases if you come to take somebody back.
Hello, Grandma. Hello, Grandad. I'm here.
Justin, have you come to take Daddy home?
No, I've come to stay. Mummy's taking Mandy, and Daddy and me are going to stay with you. I've got plenty more stuff.
She just flogged Justin in a taxi and sent him to me. There's 15 quid on the clock.
15 quid?
Hurry up.
What?
Lend me some money, Dad.
Well, you could take the taxi back.
Gerald.
And she's the one who talked about loyalty. Wanted me to suffer in a stinking job to buy privileges for my children, and she does this. Thanks, Dad. Aren't you going to tip him? Thanks.
What did he mean, stinking job? The Scottish and Victoria's a wonderful firm.
That's it.
Justin,
Yes, Grandad?
what's the problem with your mummy and daddy?
Daddy sacked himself, and Mummy was very cross. But I like it here best of all. I'm going to play on the boat.
It was much too heavy, I told you quite distinctly.
You're out of condition. What would have happened if you took more exercise?
Quite. I should get up early every morning and run round the field, carrying the aquarium.
Oh, never mind. Look, everything will seem better in the morning. Tony will get another job, you see.
Ah.
Try and get some rest.
Dad, could you try not to move so much? I can't sleep for the squeaking.
I can't sleep for wondering what they're going to say at the office. What am I going to tell them?
Tell them I've seen the light.
Light? What light?
The truth about the Scottish and Victoria. It's all a big con. For how much longer can insurance companies go on hiding their responsibilities behind the small print?
If there was no small print, there'd be no insurance companies.
And relax. There's nothing you can do but accept the situation.
Never. I'll get them away somewhere or other. And when I do, that's coming down.
What, the wall?
Yep, make this into one big bedroom.
We'd have no spare room.
Exactly. That's what heaven is. No spare room. And we are going to get there. Oh. Don't move.